So I'm working with a couple rebuilding after betrayal. This is something really common that can come up, so I want to bring it up in case this is something that can help you. So now imagine you're at an event, some sort of event with the holidays coming. Imagine there's some holiday gathering, and let's say someone very close to you doesn't know about your betrayal. And let's just say they're saying so many great things about the betrayer. And you know what's going on, but they don't know. How do you handle that? And if your partner is there, the betrayer, and they're seeing this, what would help you? What would you need? What would you want them to do? So I just walked a couple through this, and what had happened with them was at that moment, in this case, he's the betrayer, she's the betrayed, not always the case, but in this case it was. And she was, when this person was saying all these great things about the betrayer, I mean, she was just sick to her stomach, you can imagine. And she wanted to say, really, here's the truth. But she didn't. Now, the betrayer was there, her partner was there. But what happens in that moment? Well, she's kind of paralyzed because she's not saying anything, and her mind is completely hijacked. She's being triggered. What does he do? Well, if they've collectively decided that that person shouldn't know, what he could have done, and what I walked him through, was just saying, you know what, excuse me one second, I just need to tell her something, just to remove her, to take her away from the scenario. If he's not there, and let's say she's having a conversation, and he's having a conversation with someone else, if she tells him afterwards about what happened, that's the moment to bring it, and you bring it 150%. What would what do you need? How can I help? I'm here. That's the old me. I can't believe what I've put you through. It stinks that you're feeling all this, but I get it. All of those things, that acknowledgement, that validation, that all of it. And then if they're not, let's say the betrayed experiences something like this, and the betrayer isn't there, well then when they do get together, a beautiful opportunity to have this discussion. Now, depending on where you're at with your healing, sometimes it may not affect you that much. Sometimes it completely brings you down, and everything in between. And the idea is, when you're rebuilding, it is an opportunity for the betrayer to show up, and show up powerfully. But if you're caught in one of those moments where you've decided you don't want that person to know, but you see that the betrayed is going through something so excruciatingly painful, they don't have to sit through that. You just say, oh, you know what, excuse me 1 minute, I just have to, tell him or her something, remove them from that scenario. The person doesn't have to know, the person who is telling the story or whatever doesn't have to know why, but at least get them away from that situation so that they could start to breathe, they could start to regulate their nervous system again. They know you're there, they know you get it, they know you feel it, they know they're bothering to rebuild with someone who's very different than the person who could have caused that type of pain. I know it's a lot, but I hope that helps.